friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allison and I am in the process of turning our townhouse into our home. We live in a multi-story townhouse where the kitchen and main living area is located. There are 3 doors in this corner which lead to our laundry machines, powder room, and a closet. This area is along the same wall as our kitchen, which I made over last year. If you're interested in seeing how I updated our kitchen on a budget, I'll leave a link to that video below. This corner really snuck up on me. I didn't have any plans to make any changes to it. It's just 3 doors and a little bit of wall space, but because it's right beside the kitchen and in the same space as the living room, I found it was starting to look out of place next to the kitchen. For the walls, I used Setting Plaster by Farrow Ball in Modern Emulsion, which is the same color that I used in the living room. For the doors, I wanted to add a contrasting color that would still fit in with the light pink walls and the sage green kitchen cabinets. The 2 colors you see me sampling on the door trim are Red Earth and Picture Gallery Red, both colors by Farrow Ball. I started by applying 2 coats of primer on the doors and trim, and the paint store actually tinted the primer to match Picture Gallery Red, which was really helpful for coverage. I found the Estate Eggshell finish a lot more difficult to apply evenly compared to the primer and the Modern Emulsion paint. When I initially painted the doors, I only used the paintbrush, and I ended up with a lot of streaks, even after the second coat of paint. And you could tell when you touched the door that there were a lot of spots that didn't even get any of the eggshell paint. To fix it, I eventually had to go over all the flat surfaces of the doors with a paint roller. It took me a few months to work up the energy to even tackle wallpaper again. The only other time I've applied wallpaper was for an accent wall in my kitchen, which you can see in the background. And as great as it looks from far away, there are some pretty noticeable mistakes and gaps, and those honestly drive me crazy. However, practice makes progress, and I figured there was no better way to improve my wallpapering skills but to try again. So I gathered my supplies and I gave it another go. And thankfully, this wallpaper was so much easier to install compared to the previous one. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it made me more confident for future wallpapering projects.
What's this? What's this? Sit. Stay. Okay, go on.
He's looking for an easy option.
Where is it?
To save money, I was also able to repurpose a piece of trim that I had left over from a molding project in our office. I had just enough trim left over to use for this wall, so I had to be really careful with my measurements and cuts.
Whoops.
Instead of using liquid nails and a nail gun like I used for the pole wrap on our kitchen island, I decided to go with a renter-friendly hack that I've seen others use online because I was honestly worried that my framing nail gun might split the trim because it is a lot stronger and the nails are thicker than a brad nailer. And honestly, I didn't have enough trim left over to account for making any mistakes. It worked out really well, and it's going to be a really easy update to change in case we want to redo that space in the future. So I'm really pleased with this hack, and I would definitely do it again. So I picked up these glass doorknobs from a local vintage shop called The Apartment Life. But when I received them, I was completely stumped on how to install them. They were clearly missing some parts, and I wasn't really sure what I needed until I got in touch with another local shop in Toronto called The Door Store. The staff was so helpful. She spent a really long time with me figuring out how to get these doorknobs to work.
Oh, we have a door handle again. And it works.
As a reminder, this is what the space looked like before, and after almost 7 months of slowly chipping away at this corner, here is what it looks like now. I'm so happy with how this little corner turned out. It was a very small space, but it's amazing how little changes I made with paint, wallpaper, trim, and swapping out doorknobs completely transformed the look and feel of that space. All right, friends, that's all I have for you today. I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.